name's Chris and I'm a psychotherapist, yoga instructor and wellness retreat owner here in Australia. I have my counselling business which is called sydneycounsellor.org, which is based in Sydney but also online, and my wellness retreat business which is up near Byron Bay, which is called Rolling Hills Retreat. Please feel free to follow us for more videos and information about our retreats on Instagram at Rolling Hills Retreats, and website for my therapy is www.sydneycounsellor.org. I'm really big on trying to work with people who struggle with mental health, and I think that yoga can be a really great tool to help with trying to alleviate some of the feelings that come up, especially with anxiety and depression. So today's yoga is going to be an hour yoga flow. All levels are welcome. Just take a break at any point if you are feeling you need to take a break, maybe coming into child's pose. And the theme that we're going to be working around today is momentum. And so the reason why I'm doing this is because something that I find that works with clients who might be struggling with anxiety and depression, that idea of trying to get started for the day, trying to get out of bed, trying to get that movement, that momentum, that energy around the body can be really difficult. It can feel strangely more comforting to stay under the covers, stay in bed, not reach out to friends, not go to work. But actually what we're doing is we're making those feelings linger. So when I'm working therapeutically with clients, what I'm trying to say to them is that honour those feelings that are coming up. Those feelings are there for some reason. Let them absorb, see what's going on, but try not to dwell. So the idea is we want to honour that they've come up, but we want to try not to dwell. We want to try and create that momentum to get ourselves moving, get ourselves doing what we would normally do, which makes us feel good or maybe keeps us feeling more positive. And so with this as well, it's called what I call looking for your out. And what I'd like you to imagine is that you are playing a platform game, something like Super Mario Bros. And you know where there is a platform which might be moving on one of the levels, and you've got this window of opportunity to jump onto that platform. If anxiety or depression is ever something that comes to visit you, I'd like you to imagine that you're looking for your out. So you're honouring the feelings, you're honouring what's going on for you, but you're going to try not to dwell and you're going to look for your out. And then once you look for your out, that might be having a shower, that might be going for a walk outside, that might be phoning a friend or a family member. That might be doing some yoga, that might be doing some exercise, doing a group class, doing a class at home, reading a book, moving to the sofa, whatever it might be that works for you. It's about trying to have as many different strategies and tools to help you to create that momentum. So you're looking for your out. Once you see your out, go for it and try and get that momentum. And so in today's session, our theme of momentum, we're going to be incorporating it into a yoga flow. So we're going to be going through a few different asanas, holding them for several breaths, but then we're going to be building on them to then bring them into a flow together. If you are pregnant, when you are coming up to standing and doing forward folds, so Uttanasana, if you could just make sure that your feet are 2 fists apart rather than being together, that will just help. And at any point, please come into child's pose, come to rest, whatever position works best for you. There is a playlist that I've made for this, which is on Spotify, which I'll put in the link or in the description. Enjoy. Here we go. Okay, we're going to start off with a Panayama breathing technique at the beginning. Really great way to help and balance out the energy in our bodies, help get rid of any blockages, and being able to help that prana, that life force, flow around our body as best as possible. Really great to do if we are struggling to get out of bed, or if we are struggling to sleep, or if we are feeling a little bit unwell, because it can help create that balance in our bodies and help create that flow. So it's called Nadi Shodhana, and what I'd like you to do is to take your 2 peace fingers and place them in between your eyebrows on your third eye. And you're going to have your 4th finger on the left nostril and your thumb on the right nostril. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be alternating between the 2. So if you could push down on your thumb, so closing your right nostril, and we're going to take an inhale through the left nostril, close down both nostrils, and then open up the right nostril and exhale through. Inhale through the right nostril. Hold both nostrils. And exhale through the left nostril. Closing down the eyes. Inhale through the left. Hold. Exhale through the right. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. One more time on each side. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Keeping the eyes closed. Either bringing the hands into prayer if that's in your practice, or maybe hands are resting down on your knees. Setting yourself an intention for today's practice. That might be something focusing on yourself, something you want to work on or focus on in today's session. Maybe you'd like to send some energy to a part of your body that needs it, or maybe to someone else you know. You might need a little bit of positive energy now. Our theme today is momentum. And the mantra that I'm going to be using in my mind today is with every inhale, as I inhale, I take in new energy. And as I exhale, I let go. So I'm going to be repeating that every now and then through my head as I inhale, take in positive energy, new energy. And as I exhale, I let go. We're going to start off with a nice big sigh. So let's inhale through the nose. And a sigh through the mouth. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat, reaching your right arm up and over. Maybe your left elbow reaches the mat. Maybe your gaze is looking up towards your right elbow. Maybe it's looking down to the mat. And that exhale, maybe reach a little bit deeper with that right arm. And as we inhale, arms come up. And exhale down to the other side. Again, choosing where you wish your drishti, your gaze, to be looking, whether up or down. As I inhale, taking in positive new energy. And as I exhale, letting go, maybe folding a little bit deeper. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, down to the other side. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down to the other side, creating that momentum. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down to the other side. One more time on the other side. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down to the other side. Inhale, arms back up. And exhale, folding forward. Just reaching forward with your hands, maybe spider crawling them a little bit further forward. Resting maybe your forehead down to the mat, grounding us down into the mat. And on your next inhale, slowly coming up. You're going to come into Badakanasana, butterfly pose. So bringing the soles of your feet together. You can have your hands on your top parts of your feet, or you can have them around your heels, or you can have them on your shins, whichever works best for you. As you inhale, lead with your heart and chest. And as you exhale, folding forward, maybe bringing your elbows to the front shin part of your knees, of your legs. Maybe grabbing your toes and folding forward with your heart. Butterfly pose is a really great way to help us feel grounded if we're feeling anxious. And it helps to encourage a meditative state. Remembering to inhale. And as you exhale, folding maybe a little bit deeper, folding forward with your heart. Try not to bend your neck too much. One more inhale. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper, all the way down if you can. Just release. And on your inhale, slowly coming up. Coming up into our tabletop position. So we're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow. It's a really great way to get our breath synced in with our movement. So bringing your knees underneath your hips, hands splayed out nice and wide underneath your shoulders. As you inhale, come into cow by dropping down your stomach, reaching your chest through with your head and gaze looking up. And then exhale into cat, scooping the stomach up, scooping that navel inwards. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow, connecting breath with movement, creating that momentum. Exhale into cat. One more time, inhale into cow. I'm actually looking at some of the cows in the fields now, which is quite cute. And exhale into cat. Coming into our tabletop position, we're going to come into our hand to knee. So we're going to come to a hand and knee balance. So if you can raise your left hand out in front of you and your right foot behind you. Flex those toes back towards your shin. Maybe reach that left hand a little bit further, right foot a little bit further back, maybe a little bit higher. This is a really great pose again to help ground us, to help us to learn to trust the earth. It might be a little bit shaky, but if we trust the earth has got us. On your next exhale, bring your left elbow to meet your right knee and curl up and in. Inhale back out. Exhale back in, again creating that momentum. Inhale out. Exhale in, one more time. Inhale out. And exhale back to tabletop. Beautiful. Let's do the same on the other side. So balance is really key. What we do on one side, we do on the other. Raising that right hand out, left foot back, flex those left toes back towards your shin. And on your next exhale, just maybe reach a little bit further. It's okay if you're wobbling a little bit, the earth is what you trust the earth. And as you inhale, exhale, bring your right elbow to meet your left knee. Curling up and in. Inhale back out. Exhale back in. Inhale back out. Exhale back in. Beautiful. One more. Inhale back out. And exhale, come back to tabletop. Coming into thread the needle. So as we come with our thread the needle, I want you to inhale your right arm up to the sky. Look up at the sky. And as you exhale, bring it underneath, bring it down, bring your right ear down to the mat. Let's go back up. Inhale, back up. And exhale, coming through underneath that left arm. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale up, create momentum, create movement, create life. And exhale, coming through all the way down, bringing your right ear to the mat. Maybe bringing your left arm up, round and back to grab the inner right hip crease. This is up to you if you want to add that on. Otherwise, stay and thread the needle. And as you exhale, you might just sink a little bit deeper into the mat. Closing down the eyes here. Feeling connected to the earth. Feeling safe. One One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then slowly unravel, bringing yourself back up to tabletop. Let's do the same on the other side. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, left hand comes underneath the right, left ear touches the mat. Inhale that arm back up. And exhale, left hand comes through. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, left hand comes through. Left ear maybe comes to the mat. Maybe you bring your right arm up, round and over to grab the inner left hip crease. And with every exhale, just let go, sink a little bit deeper into that mat. With every inhale, taking in new positive energy. And with every exhale, letting go. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then slowly come up. Beautiful. We're going to be coming into our first downward dog of the day. So coming into downward facing dog. Hands splayed nice and wide. Our feet hip distance apart. Walking out your dog. Maybe coming up onto the tippy toes. Maybe holding down one heel, then the other. Arms, we want our elbows to be coming in towards the midline, so not splayed out to the side. A really great way to get into this position is if you bend your knees, then stick your bottom up into the air, then try to bring your heels down to the mat. With your drishti, your gaze, looking in between your 2 feet. Ears near the elbows. And just rest in this pose as you exhale. And then whenever you're ready, slowly walking your feet to the top of your mat. Walking them out. And as you come to the top of the mat, coming into Ragdoll. So grabbing hold of either elbow and just shaking, rocking a little bit left to right, right to left. And whenever you're ready, slowly coming up, vertebrae by vertebrae, with your neck and shoulders in the last to come up. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to start our flow sequence here. And so we're going to be starting off with doing either Warrior 1 or High Lunge, whichever you prefer. And then going to be going into Warrior 2, Reverse Warrior, and then coming into Extended Triangle, Badakanasana pose. But we're going to be building on that each time. So bring your big toes to the top of your mat, big toes touching, soles of the feet slightly apart, coming into our strong mountain pose. Drishti gaze, looking at something ahead of you in the distance if possible. And exhale, let go. On your next inhale, inhale your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back to a push-up position as you come down, knees come down to the mat, chest comes down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, come down to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, come down to the mat. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, come up through tabletop to come into downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look in between the hands. Step or lightly jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale through heart center. Beautiful, let's do that again. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step the back to plank. Go through Chaturanga Dandasana as you exhale. Or knees, chest, chin, and then inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, bend the knees, look in between the hands. Exhale, step or lightly jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands through heart center. Notice we're starting that momentum. We're starting to build that up in our sun salutations. Let's do sun salutation B. So inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. As we come into chair pose, we should be able to lift our toes. We should be able to see our toes past our knees. Maybe sink a little bit deeper. Maybe your drishti, your gaze looks up in between your hands towards the sky. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step or jump to the back of the mat. Go for your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees up in between the hands. Exhale, step or lightly jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, coming up to standing. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the back of your mat. Exhale, down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot to the sky. On your exhale, your right foot comes in between your hands. Either come into high lunge or warrior one. If you're coming into warrior one, turn your back foot 45 degrees. And then inhale, those arms to the sky. As you exhale, sink into that front knee. That front knee tracking over the back heel of that front foot. Really nice, strong back leg here with pressure coming into the pinky toe side of the foot. Your drishti, your gaze is maybe looking up. Remembering to breathe, and with every exhale, maybe sink a little bit deeper. And one more inhale. Stay for that exhale, and then float the hands down. Right foot steps back. Optional vinyasa or meeting downward facing dog. The vinyasas are always optional with this class, so either meeting downward dog or follow me for the vinyasa. Let's do the same on the other side. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, left foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, high lunge or warrior one. If coming into warrior one, turn that back foot 45 degrees out towards the right of the mat. And as you exhale, sinking deeper into that front left knee. Your drishti, your gaze, looking up into the sky, if that's available to you. Nice big inhale. And exhale, let go. One more inhale. And exhale. Slowly bring the hands to the top of the mat to frame the front foot. Left foot steps back to plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, bend the knees, look in between the hands. Step or lightly jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky, Badakanasana. And exhale through heart center. Beautiful. So now we're going to do warrior one, leading into warrior two. And hold warrior two for several reps. Start getting that momentum going. Beautiful. Here we go. Inhale, Badakanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step or lightly jump to the back of the mat. Go down through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, right foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. And on the exhale, coming into warrior two. So that back foot turns parallel to the back of the mat. Some of you might need to wiggle this right foot forward and just you bend into that front knee. Your arms come up. Your drishti, your gaze is looking over your middle front finger. And as you exhale, just sink deeper into the asana, into the pose. Try and smile if you can. Remembering to breathe. This is a beautiful pose for opening up the chest and the shoulders and the hips and the legs. Excellent pose. Helps us to feel strong, helps us to feel proud, helps us to feel confident and boost our self-esteem. All really good things for when anxiety is something that you struggle with. One more inhale. Sink a little bit deeper on that exhale. And wimble those hands to the front of the mat. Exhale, back, down through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Beautiful. Same on the other side. Balance it out. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, left foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one or high lunge. And then exhale into warrior two. Back foot turns parallel to the back of the mat. Bending into that front knee tracking over the front heel. Make this back leg really nice and strong. Drishti gaze looking over your middle finger. And then as you exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Yoga is really about trying to still the mind. As great as it is to be able to do certain poses, that's not what yoga is about. Yoga is literally about trying to still the mind. So your mind might be racing with lots of thoughts right now, but hopefully by the end of it, those will have calmed down. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. And wimble those hands to the top of the mat. Left foot steps back. Optional vinyasa or downward facing dog. Beautiful, well done. Inhale, bend the knees, look in between the hands. Exhale, step or lightly jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale through heart center. Beautiful. So we're going to be adding on now and adding our reverse warrior or peaceful warrior into the next part of our sequence. So big toes touching the soles of the feet slightly apart. Let's inhale, arms up to the sky, looking up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift flat back. Exhale, step or jump to the back of your mat. Optional vinyasa or downward facing. Let's inhale, our right foot to the sky. Exhale, right foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one or high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior by bringing your left hand down your back leg and reaching your right arm up and over, really opening that chest, really bending into that right knee. I want you to look up to imagine the sky above you. I want you to imagine that your thoughts are like clouds. Are there many clouds in your sky today? Or is it quite empty? We want to try our best to not attach those thoughts, especially the negative ones. Notice how clouds move on, they disappear, they dissolve. We want us to try and think of our thoughts like that, our anxious thoughts. One more inhale. And as you exhale, come back to warrior two, smile. Wimble those hands to the top of the mat, right foot steps back. Optional vinyasa or downward facing dog. We really want to try not to attach those thoughts to those clouds. So if you get those negative thoughts coming, try and imagine them as clouds, knowing that they will soon pass. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, left foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up and over. And as you exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Have a look up at your sky now. What thoughts are there? What negative thoughts? Are there any? If so, watch them, observe them, and just let them move on or dissolve. With every exhale, let go, maybe blow those clouds away. One more inhale. And as you exhale, come back to warrior two. Wimble those hands to the top of the mat, left foot steps back, downward dog or optional vinyasa. Beautiful, well done. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, bend the knees, look in between the hands, lightly step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale through heart center. Beautiful. We're going to be adding on our final pose in this flow sequence is going to be triangle pose. And then we're going to put them all together to really create some momentum. So, walking out your feet if you feel you need to, give yourself a bit of a shake. Big toes touching, soles of the feet slightly apart. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky, Badakanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step or lightly jump to the back of the mat. Come down through Chaturanga and Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Beautiful. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, right foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. On the exhale, come to warrior two. On the inhale, reverse your warrior. On the next exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, reach that hand really far forward, as far as you can. Straighten that front leg. And then exhale, coming down into triangle pose. The left hand comes to the sky, your drishti, your gaze is looking up. Want you to imagine that you're a piece of bread in a toaster and try not to get touched by the grills. Really great way, opening the heart here, showing your heart to the world, making sure that front right leg is nice and straight. Your right hand reaching somewhere, maybe towards the lower part of that right front leg. One more inhale. And as you exhale, come back to warrior two. Windmill those hands to the top of the mat, right foot steps back, downward dog or optional vinyasa. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, left foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, reaching forward and then tilting into triangle pose, Trikonasana on the other side. Your drishti, your gaze looking up maybe to your top hand. That left leg nice and straight. One more inhale. And as you exhale, come back up to warrior two. Windmill those hands. Left foot steps back. Optional vinyasa or downward facing dog. Beautiful, well done. Inhale, bend the knees, look in between the hands. Exhale, step or lightly jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale through heart center. Beautiful. So now we're going to be putting everything you've learned all together into a flow. So almost every single movement will be associated with a breath. So really focusing on that inhale, where that movement's going, on that exhale, where that movement's going as well. If you need to take a rest at any point, please feel free to do so. This is your practice, not mine. So do whatever you know works best for you. Try to smile whilst you're doing it. And maybe just have a quick assessment of how many clouds, how many thoughts are going on in your head right now. And then maybe we'll do the same afterwards. The hope is that we're going to get into what we call a flow state, which means we're so focused on what we're doing that those thoughts and those clouds or any negative self-talk we might have, hopefully, have either disappeared or at least they're not as strong. Okay, so here we go. Big toes touching, soles of the feet slightly apart. Let's inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step or lightly jump to the back of the mat. Exhale, down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Here we go. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, right foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten front leg, reaching right hand forward. Exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, windmill those hands, right foot steps back. Optional vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, left foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, peaceful warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten front leg, reach left hand forward. Exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, windmill those hands, left foot steps back. Go for your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Let's do the same again. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, right foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten front leg, reach right hand forward. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, back to warrior two. Windmill those hands, right foot steps back. Optional vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, left foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten front leg, reach left hand forward. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Exhale, wiggle those hands, left foot steps back. Go through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Beautiful. Either coming into child's pose here or staying in downward dog, whatever works best for you. Well done. Getting that flow, getting that momentum going. Maybe a sigh as you exhale. Are there any negative thoughts, any clouds going on for you right now? If so, know they shall pass. As you inhale, coming up, back to downward facing dog. And inhale, bend the knees, look in between the hands. Exhale, step a lightly jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale to heart center. Beautiful. We're going to come into half moon pose. So if you've got a block or a book or something that you can use, that might come in handy. And just place it at the front part of your mat. So we are going to add on to that flow. So we're going to do the flow again, but then we're going to end in our half moon pose. Half moon pose is a really, really great pose to help open up our heart, open up our chest, but help us to feel more self-esteem, help us to feel more confident. These are all things that when anxiety and depression are visiting you, you sometimes feel you don't have. It's a strong pose, it's a strong balancing pose, so do whatever you can in terms of giving it a try. And just know that it's one of those poses that can really help us to cope when life is tough, because it's quite a difficult pose. Okay? But let's have some fun with it. Let's inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step a jump to the back of the mat. Exhale, down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, right foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten front leg, reach right hand forward. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale back to warrior two. And as we come into our half moon, left hand comes to our left hip. Bring our left foot in ever so slightly. And then we bring our right hand either to our block or to the floor. Opening up, flexing our left foot towards our shin. Maybe staying here. Some of you might want to bring that left hand up to open that chest even more. When we tilt in this pose, we're helping to balance out the flow of energy around our body. And opening up this left hand helps open up our chest. Beautiful. One more inhale. Exhale, come back to warrior two if that's available to you. Wiggle those hands. Right foot steps back. Optional vinyasa. Beautiful. Let's do the same on the other side. When you're ready, inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, left foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten front leg, reach left hand forward. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Bring right hand to right hip. Bring that right foot in, couple of feet, and then tilt forward. Maybe bringing left hand to block or to mat, whichever works best for you. Raising that right foot up, flexing those feet back towards the shin. Turning your shoulders up to the right. Maybe taking that right hand up. Maybe for some of you, taking your drishti, your gaze, up to your top right hand. Remembering to breathe. How many clouds are there? One more inhale. As you exhale, gently come back to warrior two. Take an inhale. Exhale, windmill those hands. Left foot steps back. Last vinyasa of the session. Inhale, upward facing dog, well done. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look in between the hands. Exhale, step up, we jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And exhale through heart center. Beautiful, well done. We're going to finish our standing sequence with tree pose. Tree pose is incredibly grounding, centering, balancing, whichever of those words work for you. It is a real sign of strength, a sign of wisdom, a sign of being able to align all of the chakras within our body, if that's something that you are interested in and believe in. And really learning to how to trust our intuition, as well as knowing that we're connected to something that's way bigger than us. So bringing the feet together, and what I'd like you to do is raising your left foot to bring it either below your kneecap or above the kneecap, just never on the kneecap. And you want to push with your standing leg against that foot, and the foot start pushing against the standing thigh. So it helps to really create some integrity in the pose. Bringing hands into prayer position here. Your drishti, your gaze, is looking at something out in the distance if possible, or fixing your eyes on a wall, or a particular part of your wall, or your TV. And as you inhale those arms up, those beautiful branches of your tree. And as you exhale, opening up those branches to create more beautiful branches, maybe twisting your wrist one way, maybe the other. And as you inhale, bringing your hands above your head to your crown chakra, where you imagine beautiful white light, rejuvenating white light. And as you exhale, bring that white light all the way down through the midline of your body, recharging all of your chakras, giving them beautiful new light. And exhale, just throw anything away that you no longer need. Give your body a nice little bit of a shake, a bit of a smile, walking those feet out. And see the same on the other side. Remember, balance is key. Bringing that right foot either above or below the kneecap. Pushing foot against thigh, thigh against foot. Bringing hands into prayer position. As you inhale those beautiful branches of your wise tree up towards the sky. Exhale, opening up. Twisting one way. And then maybe the other. And again, bringing those hands together above your crown chakra, beautiful white light. And as you exhale, recharging all of your chakras through the midline of your body and letting go of anything you don't need. Excellent, beautiful. So coming down onto our mats, we're going to come into just a very quick abs part here, because I think it's always good to do the abs. So you've got two options here. So you're either going to lie down on your back, lift up your neck ever so slightly. You're going to push your hands against your knees and your knees against your hands. So you're pushing them against each other, and that's going to help activate and turn on your core. So that's one option. Another option is that you're coming into boat pose. And if you're coming into boat pose, as you come down, I want you to inhale and then exhale coming up to create that flow. Inhale coming down and exhale coming up. Inhale coming down, exhale coming up. One more time. Inhale coming down, exhale holding in boat or holding with your knees pushing against your hands, whichever's working for you. Chin away from chest. Have a smile. And exhale, let it all go. Just lie down on the mat. Beautiful. When you're ready, slowly coming up and bringing your feet out in front of you. We're kind of going to seated forward fold, which is called Paschimottanasana in Sanskrit. And this is a really good pose for if you've got tiredness or headaches. And it's also really good for helping to stretch out the hamstrings. So you can wiggle your bum cheeks a little bit back if you wish. And as you inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, reaching with your hands. So your hands can either come to the lower part of your shin, and that's fine. Your fingers, peace fingers, can wrap around your big toes, or you can place your hands over the top of your toes. But what we're doing is we don't want to be reaching forward with our top of our head, we want to be reaching forward with our heart. So let's inhale our heart, nice and proud, and exhale, folding forward. As you inhale, rise with the heart, and exhale, folding forward with the heart. You should feel this hopefully in your hamstrings. With every exhale, you get a little bit deeper. And on your next exhale, you can fold as far forward as you wish. Neck and head can come down here, we're not here for very long. Surrender and exhale, let go. Inhale, positive energy, new energy. And exhale, let go. On your next inhale, slowly coming up. I'm going to come into camel pose here, which is a really, really great heart opener. So you're going to come down, you can have your knees can be 2 fist distance apart. You're going to be coming up onto kneeling, and there's going to be 2 options here. So either, or a couple of options, you bring your hands to the lower part of your back, and this might be where you stay, and that's absolutely fine. Some of you might like to bend back, using your hands to help cushion your lower back. That might be where you stay, which is absolutely fine. Some of you might want to bring your left hand up and then grabbing your left heel to open up, maybe taking the right arm over. Some of you might want to bring that right hand to the right heel and then opening up into the full expression, raising that heart up to the sky, bending that neck back if that feels comfortable. And opening your heart to the sky, to the world, to the universe. Just breathing in. Inhale, positive new energy to your heart. Exhale, let go of any fear, worry, heartbreak. The more that we try to protect our heart, we sometimes actually stop it from feeling all the different feelings that it could be having around it. On your next inhale, bring your right hand to lower back, left hand to lower back, and then come into a counter pose of child's pose here. Knees wide as the mat, toes touching, and just folding forward. Beautiful, well done. Let's do the same. So we're going to come again one more time. So if you had your hand on your left heel, move it onto your right heel this time. Up to you. So whatever works best for you right now. Bringing those hands to the lower part of the back. Inhale that heart and chest proud. As you exhale, bending back. Maybe bringing your left hand first to your left heel. Maybe right arm comes up and over. Maybe bringing that right hand so that both of your hands are on your heels and opening up your heart. Don't be scared to show your heart. Choose wisely. Don't be scared to not show it. You're missing out on so many beautiful things. Know what you need to do to protect yourself, but also allow yourself to be open. One more inhale, bringing the hands to the lower part of the back. And exhale, counter pose. Coming into child pose. Knees as wide as the mat, big toes touching. Folding forward, reaching those hands forward. And really starting to slow down from our flow. So now integrate all of that hard work you've been doing. Slow it all down. Slowly coming up when you're ready. And we're going to be coming into supported shoulder stand here. If you know what you're doing, you can get into it straight away. Otherwise, you're going to be rolling back slightly, really carefully onto your back. And we're going to be rolling, then bringing our hands to the lower part of our back. And we might stay here, keeping our chin away from chest, with our legs at a diagonal. Some of you might want to walk your hands up your lower back to push those feet up to the sky, pointing the toes to the sky. Remember, chin away from chest. And maybe looking up now, up to the sky. Are there any clouds in your world right now? Or are you just completely focused on balancing or in your flow? If there are many clouds, that's okay. Just try not to jump onto them and attach them to you. If you slow things down, just watch how they move. Watch how they pass. Watch how some of them dissolve into thin air. Some of you may wish to close your eyes down in this pose. One more inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to come into plow pose. So flexing those toes back towards your shin and slowly bringing the feet down behind you. Maybe they touch the ground, maybe they don't. Either keeping your hands on the lower part of your back for support, or you can bring your hands into a fist position. So open up the chest as well. If you can straighten your legs a little bit more, just gives it a little bit more of a hamstring stretch as well as the neck stretch. Remembering to breathe. With every inhale, taking in positive energy, new energy. And with every exhale, letting go. And one more inhale. Stay for the exhale. And when you're ready, bring your hands to the lower part of your back, rolling down, and then bringing palms face down on the mat to use as support, slowly coming all the way down. Really, really slowly, ever so slightly. Coming to lie down on your mat. So it's coming to a counter pose of fish. So bring your palms face down underneath your bottom. And you're gonna, as you inhale, push yourself up onto your elbows. And then as you exhale, lightly touch down the top of your head. Puffing your chest out, puffing your heart out. Again, feeling comfortable and confident to show your heart to the world. Toes can be flexed away from the body. Inhale. Exhale, let go. And as you exhale, slowly coming down, bringing yourself, give yourself a nice hug. We don't give ourselves hugs enough. Imagine that hug is a loved one, family, friend, partner, and give them a really big squeeze. Maybe circling hips one way, maybe the other. Giving yourself a nice big hug. And bringing the feet down to the mat. I'm going to come into reclined spinal twist here, which is really good for our lower back, which is where we hold a lot of stress and tension. So bringing our left knee over our right, bringing your left hips ever so slightly to the left, folding your knees down to the right, maybe using your right hand to pull down on them, and bringing your left arm out to the side for a drishti, your gaze looking over your left shoulder towards your left. With every inhale, new energy. And with every exhale, maybe pull down a little bit deeper on your knees with that right hand. Keeping the shoulders down on the mat. Really relaxing into that pose. Noticing if there's any tension in that lower back. Noticing if it's best for you to back off a bit and relax it, or if it just needs that little bit of an extra little bit of a push. That might just help. One more inhale. Stay for that exhale. And on your next inhale, slowly coming up, unraveling the knees. Let's do the same on the other side, bringing your right knee over left, hips moving ever so slightly to the right. Folding your knees down to the left, using your left hand to grab your knees, and then your right arm out to the side, looking over that right shoulder. With every exhale, letting go. Maybe trying to notice any sounds that are going around you right now. And relaxing. Relaxing the mind. Feeling in the body. One more inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, slowly coming up. Coming into happy baby here, or any other pose that you wish. So coming into happy baby, bringing your hands to the pinky toe sides of your feet, lower back on the mat. And as you exhale, pulling down on those feet. Nice big smile, maybe looking up at those clouds, seeing if there's any there. Maybe closing the eyes down. Maybe slight rock left to right. right to left. Know that you've chosen something really good for your mind, body and soul today. You could have chosen to stay in bed or not move, but you chose to do this session today. So thank yourselves. Say yourselves well done, because life can be hard sometimes, and getting that momentum can be difficult. As I was saying at the beginning of this session, honour those feelings, try not to dwell, look for your out, and create that momentum. And if it makes you feel just 1% better, that's better than staying where you were or feeling worse. One more inhale. And as you exhale, coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Feet as wide as the mat. Hands several inches away from the body. Take a nice big inhale. And a sigh through the mouth. Feel free to pause the video now if you'd like to do a longer Shavasana, which I highly recommend. Otherwise, we'll be here for about a minute and a half in silence. Enjoy. Slowly starting to bring life back into your body, maybe wiggling the toes, wiggling the feet. Maybe a nice big stretch like you're waking up in the morning. And as you exhale, turning over onto whichever side calls for you today, maybe using your biceps or your hands as a pillow, keeping the eyes closed. Slowly coming up to a seated position. And maybe bring your hands into prayer if that's in your practice, or hands on your knees. And say one big inhale together. And a sigh through the mouth. The light and life inside of me honours the light and life inside each and every one of you. Have a beautiful day. Take this positive energy with you. Share it to the world. Namaste. I hope that you enjoyed that session. Please feel free to give me any comments, questions or feedback. We're all learning in this world and always wanting to strive to do better, so anything would be great to hear from you. I'm looking to do more of these sessions. I'm usually having a focus around mental health to bring in my psychotherapy experience. If you are interested at all in following us and seeing more videos, follow us on Rolling Hill on Instagram at Rolling Hills Retreats. The website for counselling is sydneycounsellor.org. If you are interested in coming to our beautiful retreat here, Rolling Hills Retreat, please feel free to get in touch and check out our latest retreat dates. Please reach out if you are struggling at all with mental health, whether or not that's to a friend or to a professional, and do what you know is good for you. But please do not do things alone. Okay? Reach out. That's what community is for. All the best. Take care and thank you. Bye.